Good morning. Good morning. Give me just a minute to get everything live. As always, you guys are used to this, right? And I don't know where you're signing in from or where you're calling in from or what the heck, it's not calling anymore. Where you're logging in from. But please share. And then give me another moment. I need to pull this up on my phone, make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Whoop. Oh gosh, I had it and then I lost it. There we go. You guys are used to this, right? Yes. There we go. All right. Let's see if we got that situated. All right. Good morning, and it's a gorgeous day here in Georgia. And I will say, yesterday we got all kinds of notifications that we were going to have this terrible thunderstorms, we were going to have hail, we were going to have all these things, and so I took preparations and I moved some of my outdoor plants to in a place where they would be protected from the hail and everything. We didn't get nothing. So thank you. I mean, it's a beautiful day out there today, and I even took the dog for a walk earlier yesterday because it was supposed to start storming so bad, and I didn't want to be out there walking in the rain. But we didn't get anything. So, like I said, sun is shining. It's gorgeous. When I went out walking this morning, it felt so good because the temperature was just right. It was only like 60 degrees. Of course, for those that know me, I'm a little cold natured, so I still had on a little light jacket, but man, it was nice. You could hear the birds. And so as I was doing my walk, I was giving gratitude for all the things that were going on. I even thanked God for having me wake up this morning and having the such a beautiful display of nature, and the breeze was just right. I mean, it just felt like perfection. And so I hope that you have found a little bit of perfection somewhere in your world today. Now, you may be where all the storms are happening, but even in the storms, we can find a bit of perfection and something to be grateful for. Because I will tell you, if it had rained, it would have been something that would have really, really knocked the pollen down a little bit. It would have nourished all the plants. And I could have been grateful even with the hail if it had fallen from the sky, because I had moved all the plants that would be damaged and everything was protected. And so it was just a thing that God rained down on nature for whatever reason, right? So it's really, really important that we start our day with gratitude. So I don't know where you are in your day, but if you haven't had the 5 minutes of gratitude just in your thoughts and in your heart, go ahead and do that, because I'm telling you, your day gets much brighter when you've started it filled with gratitude. All right, so that has nothing to do with our affirmation and journal prompt, but it was just on my heart this morning. So I just had to share. So give me just a second. And I've been really working hard on making sure my affirmations and journal prompts are shorter so that I don't have them all scattered out. So I hope you're enjoying them a little bit more with them being a little bit shorter. And if not, let me know and I'll start going back to having the longer ones. We'll just play with this, right? And really quick before I move on, I want to just remind everybody that tonight is Nikki Green's book launch. The event is I've got it in the events section. I'm pretty sure. I got to make sure. But anyway, I'm going to be on StreamYard. So it's going to be live in the group. you'll be able to watch the live, but you won't be able to come on screen, so you can comment and meet her. But I'm telling you, she's amazing. I actually got to meet her in person. We met each other basically because we were both on StreamYard, and there was a time that StreamYard would connect people that had podcasts. And they don't do that anymore. I don't know why, but we connected because of that. And so I was a guest on her podcast. She's been a guest on mine. She's actually been a guest in the group one time before, but now she's an author in this multi-author book. A compilation, I guess. I don't remember what they call it, but she is so fun, and I love listening to her talk and getting little threads of her expertise. And so I invite you to make sure that you are there. So it's tonight at, what time did I say? 4 p.m. Eastern, live in the group. And I will let you know a little bit ahead of time to make sure that you get there. But please be there and listen to her, get some of this amazing knowledge that she has, and help us celebrate her book. And, I'm going to be having a book coming out in the not too distant future. I'm still working on it. And I hope that somebody will do this for me and allow people to come and celebrate the release. And so please, I'm not begging, but I'm imploring you to support her in this journey, because it's not easy to do all of this, to write a book and then go out places and try to promote it. And maybe she'll give us a little tidbit about it. I haven't read it yet, so I'm really anxious to hear all of what she has to say. And then, like I mentioned the other day, we may be able to get some of the other authors to come in and share some of their expertise. And the more people that we can have come into this group to share, the better we all are. And so definitely, if it's at all possible, be there tonight, 4 p.m. Eastern. Check out the event section and be there. And it'll also will be live on YouTube as well. So it's going to be fun. All right. So our affirmation is, I breathe in presence and exhale resistance, allowing this moment to be enough. And the reason that this one was really important to me is because we all fall prey to we're not enough. We're not enoughness, right? And there was just a couple of days ago, I don't even remember exactly what it was, something that was going on, and I felt so not enough. And actually, yesterday it kind of happened a little bit, because for those that don't know, Christine Stresspeck, I don't know if I ever say her name right. I don't know. But anyway, she and I partner with a lot of things, and we are actually both in a certification program right now, where we're learning about how to teach and guide executive women into a more aligned place of empowerment, standing up for themselves, and having the good boundaries and communication. There's so much that goes on with it. And so we're really, really excited. We're a few weeks out from having the certification done. But yesterday, I think what happens for me in that is that most of these people that are taking the certification are currently or have been part of a big organization, some of them in great leadership roles. And I have been parts of big companies, but I was just on the little servant level kind of thing, so I was a cashier, or I was the florist, or I was right. And so my other adventures, as an entrepreneur, I've been a solopreneur. I've been an entrepreneur where I'm a hairstylist, and I've had my own business for a very long time. However, when it comes to being a CEO or an executive in a big corporation, I have not, right? And so when I hear some of these women talking about the things that they've done and giving advice and the things that they are doing currently and everything, sometimes I'll be honest, I feel small. It's like, how can I even offer anything of significance, right? And so yesterday we were supposed to share something. And as I did my share and everything, I apologized for not being an executive, for not being some of these things that these other women are. And I got called out on it because they said every time I share great value. So even though I've never been a CEO, I've never been high up in this executive ladder, I was still given great value. And so it brought me into this thing of, I am enough, right? So because when I first started talking, I didn't feel like enough. I felt like I was the little guy on the bottom of the rung of the ladder, and that I was trying to climb the ladder. And it was so strange. Lately, I've had a lot of things showing up that help me to see some of my limiting beliefs. Thank goodness, right? Because we get them out and we get rid of them. We put in something new. And so that's been my journey a lot in the past couple of months, maybe even more. But it seems like it's really, really right now. So I know these big shifts are coming. They're all happening, right? So that's why this is important to me, to constantly remind myself, I breathe in presence, exhale resistance, allowing this moment to be enough, allowing me to be enough. So I don't know if you're someone that struggles with some of this stuff that sometimes I struggle with, but if you do, there are ways to get around this and the ways to work through it, because we really don't want to go around it. We want to go through it and allow it to leave. So put this on your index card, the screensaver on your phone, your sticky notes. I breathe in presence and exhale resistance. Allowing this moment to be enough. Allowing me to be enough. Because sometimes we're looking at where we want to go, and we're trying to get there so far, so fast, that we're not appreciating where we are in this moment. And that's one of the things that I talk about when we do our journal prompt, when we're doing our journaling, to make sure that we are tapping into the silence so that we can be in the moment, right? So many times in our lives, we are visioning out to where we want to go, or we're looking back into our past, and we're not in the present moment. So I breathe in presence and exhale resistance, allowing this moment to be enough. This moment to be enough. Oh, you're welcome, Heather. Good. You're welcome. All right, let's go ahead and grab the journal prompt. All right, our journal prompt today is, what part of me is asking to be witnessed, not fixed today, right? So like I shared just a moment ago, I was on that call yesterday with all these executive women. I'm not an executive, never been an executive. And I felt very small. I felt not enough. And so when I shared, nobody tried to fix me, but they did say, Vicki, every time you get on this call and you share your thoughts, your feelings about things, your interpretations of what's being taught, it's very valuable. And there was people that were popping in the comments and saying, wow, I loved that share. I love this. And so nobody was trying to fix me. They were just allowing me to share what I had to say, and then saying, we feel differently. So maybe there's a part of you that's wanting to be witnessed, not fixed, witnessed, so that you can get a different perspective. I didn't know I felt that way till I got into this certification. And like I said the other day, I've been sharing a little bit about I've got this program that's a high-end program that's working on getting out into the world. And as soon as I started working on that, it started bringing up a lot of these really deep-seated money beliefs that I have. And so the more we do and get ourselves out of our comfort zone, the more that stuff's going to show up. And reason this is important for us to breathe in presence and exhale resistance and allow the moment to be enough, and to find out what part of me is asking to be witnessed. All of these things help you to push through and not let some of these thoughts and these beliefs that start surfacing, because the more you do, the more you're going to uncover another layer. And it's a beautiful thing, because you uncover that layer, you find another one, because we are continuously a moving being. We never stop, right? The only constant in life is change. And so what we're working on is, as we're making these changes in our world and in our life and our thoughts, our being, that we can take those things that pop up and look at them with kindness. And with ease, we can allow them to just go. Because a lot of times what we end up doing is we start shoving them down, and then we never remove them. They just get a little bit deeper and deeper, and then something big has to happen for us to bring them up again. And we don't want that, you know? We want to be able to get them up and get them out. You feel me? I don't know. Have you ever had the time where it seems like, oh, sorry, my hair's getting in my face. Have you had a time where something comes up and you think, damn, I thought I'd already gone through this. I thought I'd fixed this. I thought this has happened before. Why is it happening again? Well, it's because something's gotten further down, and it's wanting to be, what was it I said the other day? It was shining a light on it. It's once you shine a light on it, it's time to bring it forth and let it go. But it's an uncomfortable place. And like I said, for the past month at least, maybe 2 months, maybe more, I've been having a lot of those beliefs coming up and surfacing to the place like, it's holy crap. I thought I had worked through that. I thought I did more than this. I thought, right? And so maybe you're dealing with the same thing. But if you are, stick with me, because I'm telling you, this is something that we can work on together. And for those that are not aware, I do have a YouTube channel. It's at Vicky Sue Poole, and check out my channel, because I really want to get more eyes on it. I want to get more people to share and watching some of these videos. I've got some hypnosis in there. I've got a lot of things. I've actually put my podcast on there as well. So there is so much there, and I am continually creating new things. There's some really cool daily drop-ins, which are only like 7 minutes, around 7 minutes. And they're little visualizations, meditation kind of things that help you with whatever's going on. And so there's a lot of them in there you can choose from. And I've got another one that my goal is to create another one today, put it in. I know it says daily drop-ins, but I don't do them every day. But I do create them quite a bit, and I'm really, really wanting to get my voice out there more. And so you can help me by sharing the channel, by commenting on some of the videos, sharing out a video. I would love if you would help me with that. So here we are. I'm asking for your help. Go to my YouTube channel at Vicky Sue Poole and dive into some of the videos and just see what you think. And I would love it if you would subscribe, like some of the videos, and share some of them out. Make a comment too, because recently I've been getting a few comments, and it's been really cool to get comments from people and be able to interact with them. And, I may have had the YouTube channel for a while, but I really wasn't actively doing much with it. And so it's been an amazing journey. I'm learning something new every single day. Like, remember what I said, the only constant in life is change. So we're either changing on purpose or we're changing by default. So I, for one, made a decision that I'm changing every day on purpose. And maybe you could make that decision too. You've got this. I've got this, right? All right. So let me get back to our affirmation. I breathe in presence and exhale resistance. Whatever it is that you have been resisting. Maybe you've been resisting communication. Maybe you've been resisting getting more vocal in your business. Maybe you've been resisting getting out and doing things with others. I don't know. Only you know. But I'll just breathe out that resistance, allowing this moment, this particular moment, to be enough. And you are enough. Like I said, put this on your index card, the screensaver on your phone, your sticky notes, put it on a note, stick it on the fridge, put it somewhere that you're going to see it today. Sometimes I will actually take a chalk marker and put it on the mirror in my bathroom so that every time I walk in there, I am reminded. So maybe you could do that too. And let me get to the journal prompt. What part of me is asking to be witnessed, not fixed today? And, when as a hypnotist and a coach, I do parts work all the time. And it's interesting how we have so many parts of ourselves that we're not even aware of. So if you've ever caught you're saying, well, I really want to do that, but part of me says, that's parts. You've got a lot of parts in there. There's parts that are talking to you. There's parts that are conflicting with one another. And that's why you say, I want to do that, but part of me says no. And so what is the things that you're verbally saying that lets you know that there's a conflict a little bit in some of the parts of you? And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Everybody has different parts, right? So it is a natural thing just to be aware of, right? So what part of me is asking to be witnessed, not fixed today? Maybe it's your 6-year-old self that got upset because when you went to the store with your mom and she said, no, we're not getting candy today, and your feelings were hurt. It could be that part. I don't know. We have parts from day one till today. So just think about that. No matter what your age is, if you think about that, different things that have happened to you in your life, the good, the bad, the indifferent, have created a little section of a part of you that you come back to that memory sometimes. And that part wants to hang on to that memory, whether it serves you or not. All right. I digress. All right. So you take your journal out, your notebook out, and you put the date, the affirmation, and the journal prompt. And then you set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes. And then you just get silent. No music, nothing. You just get into the silence, because what you want to do is tap into that inner guidance, that God voice, that intuition, that subconscious mind. And we usually have so much chatter going on in our minds that we don't hear a word. And your inner guidance, your intuition, your God voice, your subconscious mind, there's a conversation going all the time, but we don't hear it because we're so scattered. So by taking some time in silence, you bring yourself into the moment. And that means you focus on your breath, breathing in, breathing out. You don't have to keep saying the different things that we just talked about with the affirmation and the journal prompt. You don't have to keep saying that, but you want to definitely, before you step into the silence, you want to say it out loud with some feeling, give it some, right? So what part of me is asking to be witnessed, not fixed today? And then when you're in the silence and suddenly you realize that you're thinking about what's for breakfast or what's that email that I need to respond to, when your mind starts, you won't even recognize it right away. And you think, well, how long have I been on this thread of thought, right? But as soon as you recognize it, then you come back to your breath. And you keep doing that however many times you need to in that 10 to 15 minutes. And because there's nothing wrong, everybody does that. The trick is that more you practice this, the less likely you are to get into a scattered place for very long. It's not to say you won't do it. You probably still will, no matter what, because we are human, right? The thing is, you'll notice it immediately and pop back into your breath. And so it's little tidbits of pieces that are scattered instead of the whole doggone 10 to 15 minutes, right? So be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, and just allow. But tap into that silent space. And then when the timer goes off, you pick up your pen or your pencil. Good morning, Lynn. Have a blessed weekend and a Mother's Day. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. You as well. Have a wonderful time, whatever you plan on doing on Sunday. So you take your pen and you put it to paper, and you just write whatever shows up. It's like, those exercises where they show you a picture. Boop, what does that mean? First words that come to your mind, right? It's the same thing. You want to just pop up whatever the words are, no matter what it is. It may be a sentence that says, I don't know what the heck this is supposed to do. It could be anything, but you write it down anyway. And it could be that all of a sudden you think, well, that's when I was 10, this happened. That's what's wanting to be witnessed today. Who knows? And it's only for you. So it doesn't matter, because it's only for you. It's to help you to get in touch with whatever that part is of you that is wanting to be witnessed, wanting you to look at it and say, I see you. I see you. Thank you. I do the Ho'oponopono prayer, if you're not familiar with that one. And when you're faced with something like this, it's all of a sudden, now that I've said that, it is, thank you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Those are the 4 phrases. And you just say them on repeat when something shows up. And it's not saying that what happened is okay, but it's like, I forgive. Whatever happened, I forgive. We forgive for ourselves, not for other people. Right? And sometimes we need to forgive ourselves most of all. And I know I feel like I'm just all over the place this morning, but it's like all these little things just keep popping into my mind. So really quick, I'm going to pop right back to the affirmation, because I know we've had a few people that have popped in since I did that. And if you want to say hello, say hello. And if you want to stay in the background, that's perfectly okay too. So our affirmation, I breathe in presence and exhale resistance, allowing this moment to be enough, allowing me to be enough. See, I wish I had added that on there, but I didn't. But as we were going through this morning, that's what I felt like needed to be at the end. So I may go back and tweak that and add that part, right? And then our journal prompt, what part of me is asking to be witnessed, not fixed today? So you don't have to figure out what to do with the information. You just, when it shows up, whatever it is, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. That's it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. And to whatever shows up, just say that. And if it feels good, say it quite a bit. And just allow whatever it is to. And if anybody needs any help with any of this, just definitely reach out, connect to me in my DMs, and let's just have a conversation. Let's see if I can help you with one thing, right? Because I'm telling you, this work is some powerful stuff. And so everything that you do when we're doing all these these affirmations and journal prompts, they all can be life altering if you allow them to. So utilize what you got. And remember, breathe in presence, exhale resistance, and all day long, if you want to do that. Presence, resistance, right? This moment is enough. You are enough. And then what part of me is asking to be witnessed? And just let it come out. I thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. Wait a minute. I lost one. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. And that's the Ho'oponopono prayer. If you've never heard of it, you can look it up on YouTube. There are a lot of things about it. And I've even been thinking about, I've had some that I've listened to that are just that mantra over and over again. And I've been thinking about creating one with the megahertz of forgiveness. And so I'm going to look again to see, I think I've got that one in my uploads, but I'm going to look and see, and maybe I'll do that. So if that's something that sounds like it would be good for you and you want to a piece of that, then just let me know, and I'll share it out. And quick reminder, tonight or today, 4 p.m. Eastern, Nikki Green is here to celebrate her book launch. And she is super fun, super engaging. And like I said, it's like we met online and then we got along so well. And I enjoyed her online presence so much that when she was coming into Atlanta to visit someone, she messaged me and we met up for lunch. And it was amazing to meet up. And so I really want to share her with you guys because she is so amazing. And so remember, tonight, 4 p.m. Eastern, live in the group and live on YouTube. So go to my YouTube channel at Vicky Sue Poole, and you can join us there as well. So I will see you guys tonight, or why do I keep saying tonight? 4 o'clock's not nighttime. This evening at 4 p.m. Eastern. I will see you guys, and then I will be back with our affirmation and journal prompt and the Monday motivation on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So have an amazing weekend. Enjoy your Mother's Day, however you celebrate that. And I will see you guys 4 p.m. this evening.